Alright, y'all, so here go the truck. So I bought this truck at the beginning of the year. I've been fighting with the truck. Came down to the conclusion it has a wiring issue. So to avoid all that, we just gonna pull this whole thing out. Slap that 6.2, that 4L8 in here. And then I'm gonna upgrade the radiator. I'm gonna do the big radiator so it bolt up here. And then I bolt my electric fans here. Probably don't make no sense now, but when I do it, it'll make sense. So this radiator too small. I'm gonna get the big radiator to bolt up. The big radiator gonna bolt up here. The fans gonna bolt up where the original radiator bolting is. So we're going to electric fans. I'm redoing the fuel system from the front all the way to the back. Hey, this truck been a nightmare since I bought it. Let me just tell y'all. I bought the truck from the auction. So, for one, when I bought the truck, it had 0 fuses. It needed wheels, the bed. It was just all beat up. So, I put the fuses in there, got it running. After I got it running, it was all this janky shit going on, which I don't know what none of this is. The key don't turn all the way back off, but it came with the key. It don't turn all the way. It goes straight to cranking up. So the battery be dying. So once I got it running and I put it in gear, the rear end was making like clack, 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 and it was not moving. So I rebuilt the rear end with an LSD rear end. So now both tires spin. Once I fixed the rear end, but I swear, bro, believe it or not, the damn transmission stopped working. So it won't even drive. I put the new transmission in it. And now we facing this issue of an intermittent something going on. Something electrical is going on. Because it runs so good, but it just started acting funny. I did a compression test on all 8 cylinders. All 8 cylinders strong compression. I checked the fuel. The fuel pressure was a little low, but I fixed the fuel pressure low issue, which it wasn't getting enough voltage at the fuel pump, causing it not to get full pressure, which is bizarre. And I put headers on this truck. I put MSD wires on this truck. I did an oil change on this truck. I replaced almost every sensor on this motor, thinking, okay, maybe if I replace the sensors, something going on. And I just can't figure out what it is. Either the fuse box or the harness. I tried a new computer. The computer ain't fixed the issue. So, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the whole front clip off, which I would think would be easier to just pull that motor out, slap the new motor right in. We still waiting on mounts. But just imagine this thing lowered a little bit. I already got me some smaller tires so I can do me a lowering kit. The bed is loose, so look, you can move the bed around. Because like I said, I had to figure out the fuel pump issue. And I left it loose because I'm just going to pull the bed off to wire up my fuel pump and run me some new fuel lines. So I got to get the back bumper. I got the tailgate. I need tail lights. You just stay tuned. Just hear me out. I'm cooking. And then I'm going to make this right here my switch panel, because they sell these already made. Switch panel. Boom. Flick all them switches. Crank it up. And then I want to get some different seats in here, but I want to do the console with the floor shift in the console. Boom. Like right here. Floor shift. There go the new radiator. I already went here and got the radiator. Pretty much, yeah. I got some tail lights over there in the box. Right there in the box, but I don't really like them. And then another thing, all this shit was just, when I bought the truck, all this was just dangling. Some of it wasn't even plugged up. So, auction cars, you got to watch out. I got to get a door panel for that side. This door panel all janky. So, I'm finna go ahead and get started working. This an update. Got the whole front clip off, as you can see in the last clip. Getting them headers off. Got the motor mounts loose. I took the intake off just so I can hook the chain on. I'm going to clean all this out because I plan on selling this motor. Still run good. Getting the headers out. Got the harness peeled all the way back. And guess I'll go ahead and start yanking this thing out. As you can see, we got the old motor out. Look at this engine bay. I'm gonna do a little cleaning on it. Finna snatch these headers out. I need to compare them to the new headers I got, which hopefully it ain't too far off. So, gotta fabricate the. I'm gonna clean this engine bay. I'm gonna clean it. So let me go. I'm gonna blow all that off there, get all that, clean everything up, and then I guess go from there. We still waiting on parts. I gotta take a few parts off this one, like the gear selector thingy and the positive wire that run around to the starter, and that's it. I'm gonna put all that on the new motor, get that ready, and then with a 4L80E. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a 5.3, yeah, I said that. I'm gonna take the 4L80E off, take my highly standalone harness off, take off all the sensors and accessories and everything, and use 6.2 motor. So it's gonna be 6.2 motor, 4L80, Harley Terminator X. I'm gonna do it from port injection to direct injection. So I guess what it's going in, a 2001 Silverado 1500. I haven't seen no LT swaps on them cars, so hey, I'm gonna send it. So I'm gonna use a 6.2 motor. I'm gonna do the truck accessory drive on it, and I guess that's it. So I got my truck water pump and stuff on the shelf. Take off all this car stuff. Instead of the AC compressor being right there, we're going to swap it over to this side so we can at least still try to have AC. And then I'm just going to go from there. So I'm finna go ahead and bust everything off, the wire harness and everything. I might need to use that oil pan. Look at it. Nice size oil pan versus this car oil pan. I don't know. It's look kind of the same. So I'm just going to see. Might just end up using the truck oil pan, which I have right here from a truck. So might use that one. I'm going to do a little bit more research. I ordered adapter plates to swap it from LT to LS. I ordered the transmission bracket for the 4L80E. And I guess we're going to send it and see what we can come up with. So y'all just stay tuned. This is where we at. Got the motor all the way broke down. Got to take my power steering pump off. And when I pull the core pack wires off, I'm going to transfer straight to the new motor. Got the transmission off. Take the fake flex plate off and put on the new motor. Here go the intake adapters. The port injection delete kit. The new intake. Transmission. And here go all the old accessories off the 6.2. So here go the 6.2. Got it broke down pretty much. So drop the transmission off of it and start taking all this off. And I'm just gonna go from there. Like I said, waiting on the motor mount brackets to come in, the adapters. And I'm gonna change the oil pan also. So I'm gonna take these exhaust manifolds off, flip this motor upside down, snatch this oil pan off, truck oil pan, and I'm gonna put it on there. So, yeah, I just continue watching. I'm gonna get it all the way together, get the motor on the motor stand to change the oil pan, and we're just gonna keep going at it. I'm trying to stay motivated. I ain't gonna switch up this time. Stay motivated for sure. So just stay. That's where we at now. Got the oil pan loose. Then on the bottom side, I got the ICT plate on. I got the intake adapter plates on, and I did the delete on this. Got all the old stuff right here. I'm gonna try to put them headers on there. Hopefully them headers work on the truck, but hey, we gonna figure out. That's what I got already. If they don't work, I just order some truck headers. So I'm gonna leave the oil pan on here. You can see the oil pan off. Look how clean this motor. I rebuilt this motor before. New crank and everything. So got that like this and keep it like this. Tomorrow when I come, the first thing I'm gonna do in the morning is finish breaking this motor down, taking the oil pan off, take the power steering pump off. I'm gonna use those wires. I kind of like those wires, so I'm gonna use those wires on there, and then just go from there. So y'all stay tuned. So this the 5.3. I'm finished breaking it down. Look at the oil. They just further confirmed that my turbo lt5.3 was no good. Guess I broke the pistons on it again. But I'm using this oil pan on the 6.2. So I'm gonna let that oil drain. And then I'm come here go the 6.2. And look, let it be known. 6.2 liter. Look at the inside of this motor. I built this motor. Look at brand new heads on it. So took the oil pan off, got the old gasket off. I'm gonna clean this surface up a little bit more. Go get me some gasket maker and put the gasket maker on there, slap the oil pan on, flip it back over, and just let it sit. Now I'm gonna put the harmonic balancer off the Magna motor because we're gonna use the belt, the serpentine system that was running on my turbo motor. And later on down the line, I'm pretty sure that I can add the AC. Hopefully, I can add the AC back on here. If not, we're gonna have to do like an external AC compressor, like the add-ons for the swaps, and we'll worry about that when that time comes. But this is how far we got right now. So I'm gonna come back to y'all once I get the new oil pan, get the old oil pan off. I'm gonna pull this crank pulley off. And the spark plug wires, I'm gonna clean them up. Oh, it's a mismatch one. I'm gonna order some MSD ones. But for right now, these will work for right now until I get my MSD ones. So, all right, we got the motor, the 5.3 back on the, just sitting there. Took the crank pull off, took the oil pan off. Look at the oil pan, I cleaned it up. Got all that milky, I took everything, got the inside, got all that milky stuff off there. Look at the oil pan. Clean these pieces for the dry them off. Cleaned it real good. And I'm gonna clean it down. Just put like a little oil on it so it won't rust. And I gotta do something about this line right there. I gotta take it off and I gotta plug this hole because we're not doing turbo no more, so that ain't gonna be no count no more. I'm gonna pull that off, cap that up, and move on to the next step. So now what I'm gonna do is get some gasket, the sealer, because these LTs don't have no gaskets but the head gasket and valve cover gasket, intake gasket. Literally, like everything else has RTV on it. So that's why I'm gonna go get some RTV and do the oil pan, put the oil pan on a new motor. And go to the new motor once again for the 100th time. I'm gonna pull this sensor off because we ain't gonna need this. This is gonna be already on the standalone, so I ain't gonna need that on here no more. All right, y'all, this is where we at now. 6.2, got the adapter plates, got everything on it. Clean that transmission up, put the transmission on there. So now I gotta do the torque converters, which shouldn't be, because I can spin it like this to line it up, and then I can do the torque converter bolts through right here. You can see that hole right there. So gonna do the torque converter. I guess I can put the intake on, wire it all up. Then I gotta wait for the motor mount brackets. the new transmission bracket. And then I'll be ready to pull the old motor out of the truck and put the new motor in. I want to try some. So this is the original harness off the truck. So what I did was I'm going to keep all the plugs that I think I need. Like I'm going to keep the coolant tank to let you know that the coolant going low. I'm going to keep the gear selector so you can know what gear you in. I'm going to keep the ground wires on here just in case, just to be on the safe side. And then I also got the AC compressor, the starter so I can start from the key. I kept the crank sensor because I ring some up on it. I don't know why I need to keep it, but I'm keep it just to pig in with the Holly. Then I got to let you know if you low on oil. Then I got the coolant temp sensor. I'm gonna pig this in with the Holly, the alternator wire, so I can let me know what's my voltage on my AC. And I think that's it. Hopefully that's it. Oh, and oil temp sensor. Kept the oil temp sensor plug off of it too. So that's how much I cut off so far. So I'm gonna keep cutting it off. I still got my original computer, so hopefully this is just crank it up with the key. This is just what I'm thinking, to have my cluster working. So, hey, if it work, it work. If it don't, I just have to go about this another way. But I'm going to keep on trimming all the way down to the fuse block and the PCM. I'm going to trim it all the way down. So, I just got it held up like this for right now. I'm going to trim it all down and get back with you. And so, this is the Holly harness right here. It came off of a turbo car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off all the turbo sensors I had on there for all that extra stuff. And just, to simple up the wire harness, and I'm going to hook everything up on the motor harness wise. And then I got to get this sensor right here. Okay. Here go the header. This is all my old parts. But this the header from the Camaro. So, hopefully, it look. They look like they'll work. Came from Speed Engineering. And I would hope it worked. But I guess we'll see once it's time. And I got to put the little sensor over the gear selector, so we know what gear we're getting in and stuff like that. So, yeah, we moving along pretty good. Still waiting on the mounts. But in the meantime, I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to trim up this harness and everything, get it all sorted out, get everything figured out, then just go from there. This is what the wire look like. It look a hot mess. And look at all the wire I had to cut. It really do look a hot mess, but this is everything I need. So we moved on to the engine. I got the intake on there. I got the harness pretty much ran. Took off the sensors for the boost and stuff. So I'm gonna go buy some zip ties first thing in the morning and make this all nice and neat and add in the harness that I chopped up. I'm gonna splice everything in. This for the alternator. I'm gonna put the water pump got the alternator and stuff on it, so that's gonna be there. Gotta order some fueling adapters. The adapters and stuff. I'm running E85 on here. Here go my fuel gauge thingy majigger. Yeah, that's how it's coming along so far. So I'm going in the morning to get some tape and stuff, and zip ties, and I just keep y'all up. So right now I got the wire harness kind of roughly on here how I'm have it. So I'm gonna keep the stock fuse box location, which is gonna be kind of on this side. So it's gonna kind of be right here. Keep the computer where it's supposed to be, and then come to this side. The harness wraps around. Come to this side, which I'm going to have it all tucked in nicely. I'm going to have this all loomed up once I know the location exactly, everything. This is going to wrap down. This goes to the starter, the engagement wire for the starter. Boom. They're gonna go down like that. Okay, this right here is for the little silver little, I don't know what it's called, like a expansion, I don't know. But I know that I'm gonna need this for the AC, so I kept both of them. And then I also kept the coolant tank, so it let me know when the coolant low. Then here go the temp sensor I'm gonna have to splice in. So this is where the temp sensor located. Now I'm gonna have to move it to up here, connected with this temp sensor. So I still got a lot more to go. But once I get the motor in the truck, I kind of know where the PCM exactly how long everything need to be and stuff like that. But besides that, transmission wiring. So I'm gonna keep this so the car know that it's wet gears in, park, neutral, or whatever. And then I left the temperature wires on here. And the, what's that called? The sensor, the speed sensor, I also left that on here. So theoretically, everything on the cluster should work. All right, we got the motor ready to go. I just figured out that the shifter bracket from a 4L60 to 4L80 different. So I'm gonna order this tonight. Got the motor all together, got the everything on transmission hooked up, got the gear selector thing on. So right now I'm painting the engine bay, put a coat on to let it dry, put about 2 more coats on it, and then we're gonna go and shove the motor in. Finna pull off the brake lines. Don't mean not the brake lines, the gas line and all that. They're finna pull all that off all the way to the back. But that's a job for tomorrow. So we making good progress, and that's all that matter to me. All right, y'all. Got that thing in here. It's that thing too tight in there. Got the motor mounts all lined up on both sides, so I'm finna throw them bolts in. Waiting on my transmission bracket out for delivery right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap the transmission bracket on, put the drive shaft on, and then just start cleaning up everything. I really want to see is them headers gonna fit. That's what I really want to know. Let me try that on right now so I can know if I need headers. I done ran into my first oops. So the PCM go back in its original spot long enough. Check this out. Look how short it is. So I guess I'm gonna have to cut all these wires and extend them. FML. So I guess that's a stop for right now. Can't do too much else. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure something out about that and just go from there. All right, y'all. This is where we're gonna end the video. I got this wire and I fixed it up. I put butt connectors on it. This is just temporary. So when it crank up, I make sure everything that I kept works. And then we'll go from there. But now I got to deal with this rat's nest. So I'll deal with that another time. But so far, I got the motor in. I got everything on it. The wiring. Got my original wiring tapped in. So next video, I'm going to run the fuel lines and butt up all this harness. Next video, we should hear a run, bro. No cap. I ain't going to drag it on. We're going to go and get this project in and out. Go have some fun with it. And that be that.